As we come to the concluding chapters of the second book of Kings, we have been now confronted with the good, the bad, and the ugly of human leadership. You see, in the northern tribe of Israel, not even one righteous king arose to rule over the people. And in the southern king of Judah, they would vary between a good king and a bad king, and then a good king and a bad king, and they would go back and forth like this until eventually they were exiled into Babylon. The last of the righteous kings that ruled over the southern kingdom of Judah before they were exiled was King Josiah, and we read about him in 2 Kings chapter 22 and 23. If you have not read those two chapters, I encourage you to do that now before you carry on with this video. I'm just going to highlight a few of the points in the story of Josiah that stood out to me. The first point in the story of Josiah that really touched my heart was the fact that someone from a difficult childhood can go on to do great things for the Lord. You see, Josiah's father was an unrighteous king, so Josiah grew up in a home where he wasn't necessarily given a godly example to live after. The Bible says that King Josiah began to reign when he was just 8 years old, and it was 18 years later, when he was 26, when he started to institute major reforms both in the temple of the Lord and throughout the southern kingdom of Judah. These reforms returned the people back to the ways of the Lord. So you see, even though Josiah did not have a righteous example in his house, he still went on to do great things for the Lord and to make righteous decisions later on in his life. The second part of the story of King Josiah, which I would like to talk about, is his age. Being a young man myself, I am very encouraged by the fact that the Lord uses young people mightily for his plans and purposes. As I just mentioned, King Josiah was only 26 when he chose to follow the Lord righteously and to institute major reforms throughout the nation. The reforms that he made were not easy. He had to destroy all the pagan worship in the temple and throughout the land of Israel, and he had to lead and motivate the people to return back to the words of the Torah. Now, we know that the Lord is not a respecter of persons, but I also think he's not a respecter of age. As we read in 1 Timothy 4 verse 12, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example to the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." Whenever a young person has a willing heart and seeks after righteousness, the Lord will come alongside them and empower them to do mighty, great works in his name. And this is another excellent takeaway from the story of King Josiah. The third lesson I take away from the story of King Josiah is that one person can change the world. Josiah stood up for righteousness, destroying all the places of false worship that had ensnared the nation of Israel for over 70 years. And he did not just do that in the southern kingdom of Judah, but it says that he went all the way up into the northern tribes, into Naphtali, and destroyed all the altars of false, pagan, idolatrous worship. So these acts were honored by the Lord. He saw the righteousness that Josiah was striving for, and he rewarded him openly by promising him that the judgment would not come in his generation. So one person, by turning back to righteousness, can stay the judgment of the Lord unto a next generation. The story of Josiah is an amazing encouragement unto this generation. You see, we also see lots of unrighteousness abounding in the world around us. We see crises happening that we've never seen before. We see the world in turmoil. But we should be encouraged by the righteous choices of King Josiah. Each of us, despite our childhood or the upbringing that we have, and despite our age, can make righteous choices for the Lord and for his purposes. And in so doing, we can change the future. We can really be like Josiah and push out God's judgment unto another generation, that he will extend his grace and his mercy to the people for an extended period of time. So I want to encourage you, if you're old or if you're young, it does not matter, but that the Lord can use anybody mightily. That if we choose to go forward towards his purposes, if we choose righteousness, if we return to his word earnestly and faithfully the Lord will meet us there, and He will reward us